everyone, Brooke here. So today what I wanted to do is take a look at the new For Rent expansion pack and some of the items that are available. So the new world we got with this pack is an Asian-inspired culture world, and it's really, really nice. I like it's got two big sections to it. There's not as many build lots as I would like to see available in here. There are a couple that already have things in them, though, that you could definitely take out or adjust if you wanted, but there's 3 vacant lots right now. And I'm not quite sure how you pronounce this, if it's Tomarang or Tomarang, but it's basically broken up into 2 sections. One is the more commercial area of Morensong, and then the other is the more residential of Kosapa. So what I want to do is just take a look at some of the build items and things available in this pack. Alright, so with this pack, we received about 200, I think a little more than 200 items and build items that we can put in, and then all of these items, most of them have various swatches to give you different colors and styles and designs to go with them. I'm actually really happy with the amount of swatches we have for the items and what they've done with them. We used to just get maybe just a couple colors. Now we're getting at least a dozen on most things. And then a lot of the things like rugs and pictures and stuff like that, whenever you're doing the different swatches, it's not just a different coloration, you're actually getting a different design. So really it's even giving you more variation of the items. So here we have a number of, I have everything laid out, and we'll just kind of start over here. These are actually the rooms that you can put in build mode. I just kind of laid them out. I always like to look at the rooms first. Whenever I get a new pack with a lot of stuff, if it gives you rooms, I like to look at these. It kind of gives an idea of how you can lay different things out. It usually does a good job of showing off the different styles as they're meant to be used together. And then you can kind of, form your idea on how you want to use them a little off of that, because I know just looking through your items when you're just scrolling through things like this, it can be a little overwhelming, especially when you've got so much new content all at once. So I love looking at these rooms. So we do have, this is set up as like a wet kitchen, so an exterior kitchen. And we do have, you can see these like dirt marks and things. Those are added on that you can get in the pack. This is one of the kitchen styles they have set up with all the new cabinets, new floors, all the new artwork. This is a living area with new walls, new floors, new furniture, the curtains, everything there. I believe the ceiling fan, that was one we already had in game for another pack. And then this is a spiritual garden. So this is actually a shrine that you can get, and how they have all that set up just to give ideas about things. And then here is a bathroom with all the new bathroom content. One of the larger other items they have, this would be more for like retail lots or parks and things like that, but they have this huge gate, and you can see we've got a lot of different choices on how you want to make it look. It's extremely customizable. And with the walls, I do not have all of the wall and floor swatches down here. There are so many. But we essentially have three different kinds of walls. This one is a painted wall with a pattern that runs along the bottom, and we have a lot of color variations for that. For these are mixed tiles, and they all match. They have the same colors that you can choose for each other, but you can either put them all together so everything kind of looks like that, or you can do as I've done here and put the different tiles together, and it kind of mixes up the geographic shapes on them, or geometric, I'm sorry. And then we have a new plaster wall, and this is a pastel plaster in basic, so it's a lot of like your standard basic colors and then some pastel colors thrown into it. So I've got that on here. Really do like that. And then for the flooring, it's a lot of tile. What we got was essentially 3 different kinds of tile, but with the different swatches, you have way more than 3. So with these, it's this one, these 2 over here from this selection. You can see every time you do a different color, we've got different styles to kind of go with it, a few different variations. And then for these sets, I really like about these is you notice some of them have the same colorations. Well, that is because the tiles are divided into corner pieces, center pieces, and line pieces. So like here I've got a corner piece here, these are straight line pieces, these pieces in the center don't have anything in them, and you can use them to make different designs and patterns. So you can either just do just a flat floor just like that, or you can do, you know, kind of put different designs and things together with them. So it's not as quick. You can definitely just, you know, go into your room, hold down shift, and lay a bunch of tile. But these definitely have an aesthetic to them that is much more appreciative if you really take the time to place the tiles one by one in a pattern, and it really look nice. For our columns, we got some new columns and spandrels. We got 3 different kinds of columns. This one is just a plain wood. This has kind of more of an ornate on top. It almost looks like a type of stone. It doesn't really say, but it looks like a stone. And then this has like a stone base and then wood pillar. And then again, these come in all different color variations. There's a lot of things. There's really 2 different kind of color palettes I've noticed with this. There's the, well, 3. There's a really natural with a lot of wood and earth tone, and then you've got a very vibrant with a lot of like very loud pattern to it, and then a bunch of really soft kind of calm pastels. So here's all these. And then with the spandrels, we received 2 different kinds of spandrels. One is a stained glass. So it's got these little stained glass, looks like little butterfly crosses in there. And you'll see that more in the windows. There's a bunch of windows and doors that match this. And then same with this style, there's a bunch of windows and doors. They've really done a good job bringing everything together in theme groups. But for this one, it looks straight on the little picture, but whenever you bring it out, it'll be straight across the middle, but where it meets the column, you'll get this nice little, almost ribbon drop on it. And then that comes in, oh, I did not mean to do that. That comes in a lot of different colors on here as well. For fencing, we got a couple new pieces of fencing. Some of them are really kind of like, I would probably think, you know, garden walls or privacy walls, and a few different styles. And then again, all of these come in different colors. I keep forgetting you can't color swatch on the fencing. We've got a lot of nice new coloring on these. I really love these. I'm a big fan of this middle one here. I love natural wood and dark wood tones, so all the wood tone that we got in this, I'm ecstatic about. So we got these 3 here. This one looks more like a metal one, and then we got 2 wooden ones. We did get a new stair, this nice wooden stair, and then with this, the railings all match these 3 exactly. So if you're one of the people, you know, like me, where things need to match, or you're just going to go crazy, you know, to have that continuity, this is definitely for you, because you can perfectly match up your stair railings with your banisters and your fencing. So I really like that. For our windows and doors, we didn't get a lot of different door options, but we have a lot of windows. So for the doors, we received 3 different ones. There's this one that's got that stained glass on top again. And the stained glass doesn't change a whole lot between the different colors, but there is a little bit of variation. For this, it's got the security gate on it. A lot of different colors on that. You will notice there is a lot of options for swatches where it looks like things are worn down or kind of faded, a little grimy looking, because you can see how nice and clean and white that is. And then you've got that one. Definitely trying to give more variety for, you know, kind of more rundown places, especially, you know, not every place you have for rent is going to be pristine. So I like that we have a little bit of variation for that. And then we have this door here. I think this one, especially that white, I think that just looks so gorgeous. And it's got these little lion head knockers on it and the little lever lock. I love the details on these. It's gorgeous. For the windows, we got a lot of different variety here on the windows. I think this looks like a dog bone. I don't know what it's supposed to be shaped like, but I keep thinking it's a dog bone. And again, stained glass windows up here. Very pretty. This has really nice ornate carvings on the top. This is more like a kind of like a garden thing. It doesn't really have glass in it. It doesn't look like it's more like a see-through. And we actually have this. There's this height, and then there's even a taller one. So there's a couple different heights on those to fashion out however you want. And we have these. The bracing in the middle of the panes does change a little bit with the different swatches, which is really nice. Different details. And then these are actually windows, but I believe the look for these would be more like probably something you would sit on the ground, and it's got this nice detail underneath. I'm not as familiar with that architectural style, but that look really good, I can believe, on the ground whenever you've got things going along. And then larger stained glass windows here. These are windows that have kind of a drop open, so it's more like a ventilation thing, not really an open and let the sunlight in thing. A lot of privacy on those. This one has the shutters completely closed, and then this also has like full shutters on it. So those are all the windows and doors. For furniture, we have a lot of furniture and build items in here. For the bed, we did get one bed. It's a nice large 4-poster bed, and it has a lot of different color variety to it. We've got these really nice dark, bold, comfortable tones, and then these light, airy ones. I think this is probably my favorite bed that I have now in what I have in my access for packs. We do have some plastic lawn furniture. So a lot of different colors here for these. There's not a table that goes with this. This is actually a stool, and then we have a chair. And again, we do have the option for kind of that dirty look. So here's a nice clean one, or you can get a little bit of grimy one. You can see the dirt on the feet there. The stool does the same thing. There's a dirty red version and a dirty white version. And we have this leather top bar stool. Absolutely gorgeous. I think you could use this in pretty much any theme that you would want. We have 2 different sofas that came with this. And you'll notice with the interior furniture, we kind of have 2 different styles. One of them is more like this, and then the other you'll see these little flower decals on it and a lot more of the wood carving on it. And everything will kind of fall into those 2 categories. So for these couches, again, all the same options for the wood tones, different changes on the pillows, a lot of options on these, and I just love that. For the chair, you could match this chair to fit either one of these, just based on the colorings and things that you choose. There's 2 different end tables for the 2 different style packs. There is only one coffee table, and it does match the little bit of a fancier style there. But I love that. And then we have 2 kitchen tables. They are small tables. We didn't get a large one with this. We got 2 square tables. And again, one's a fancier. One was just that kind of, solid square with the crossback chairs. For the kitchen, we did get a brand new kitchen set for this. And it has, again, a lot of variation. It's more of a darker set. There is some lighter tone options, but this is definitely more some natural coloring on these. And we have a lot of really nice upper cabinetry that you could put on here with a lot of choices. I love that there's a lot of variation between the upper cabinets. When I'm building my kitchens, I try to sprinkle these in different places rather than have all my cabinets just look like that standard center one, just so it looks more lived in. I mean, you got a little more dynamic view to everything. So I love that with all the kitchen cabinetry. We did receive these 3 stands. We got a wash stand. This is like a bathroom sink. It's got a wash basin on it, and that basin does change up a little bit with your color swatches. I'm in love with this. My favorite building style is like old Victorian and antique restorative stuff, and this I think would fit perfectly in builds like that. This as well, the top of it a little bit doesn't have that same match to it for the type of design style, but just this type of furniture in itself. We don't have a lot of things that have this style of furniture in it, so to have any options for this at all, I love it. And this has a little shelf down here, so you could put like a little plant or things, and then you can stack things up on here. I'm definitely going to be using that. We do have 2 new toilets. These are actually squatting toilets, so we don't really use these over here in the United States, at least not anywhere that I'm aware of. I've never seen them, but I know they're a lot more common over in Asian countries. So we have 2 different styles of these. This one has some color variation options to it. This one, it's just popping up there, has a few more options. Kind of seems like you have the lower value and then the higher value of the 2 choices. And then for the little kids, there's actually a little, a little commode bucket. Chamber pot, that is the word, chamber pot. So for little toddlers and kids, we have this instead of the little training potty. So that's an option there. And we got a new shower. It has a designed tile on it. I don't think any of these swatches have just a plain tile. No, all of them are designed. Some are a little bit more lightly designed. Some are pretty bold. And then they've got this nice metal trim on it. I really like that. We did get this new shelf. I could see that being anywhere in the kitchen, dining room. I like that it's got the little pot and the bowls and things on it, the little plant over the side. And that matches the new bar set we got as well. So there is a new bar and a matching bar back. So you could use this anywhere. You could put it in a nice big dining room against a wall. You could use it as a bar back. Definitely love that. And we also got a new tray. What is that tray called? Where did that go in here? I know it's in here. Well, you've all probably seen me scroll past it 3 times now, but I can't seem to see it again. Here it is, because it's got these on it. The picture looks different. It's a sugarcane juice drink tray. So different kinds of drink tray that we can have now. There's a few variations on that. For appliances, there are 3 new appliances that we have in here that can be added to the rental units. One is a wall air conditioning unit. Again, got kind of those rundown looks to them, or some nice new looking ones. And when you look at the back, it's actually got this vent. So that's what goes on the interior of the home, and then this hangs out on the outside. And you can actually, while you're playing, you can select this and choose if you want it to be just turn it on in general, or if you have a thermostat in the house, then you'll have an option to just pair it with a thermostat, so it'll kick on as needed. There's a fuse electrical box, and then there is a water heater. Now you notice I hover these, it says status fully operational. That is because these are the functionable versions. There are 2 versions in here. These are the functional. And then you'll see I scroll down, here's the water heater again, and here's the electric box again. These say non-functional. So these are purely decorative, but the ones that are functional, those can actually be maintenanced, and they add a little bit more bit of skill and needs to being a landlord on a property. You know, these things can break down, they have to be maintenance, they have to be inspected. And if they're not working, then your Sims are going to complain that they're going to have hot water or they're not going to have electricity. So these things need to be functioning for the lot to be able to perform and do everything that it needs for the Sims living on that property. So that's the difference between these, between the functional and non-functional. And then we also have this solar water heater. And that, again, is just water heater like this. I don't believe you can service those. I'm not sure. It does say status, no power utility. So I'm not sure on that one. But we have that, and there's a number of different colors on those. And again, the rundown and the nice new look. We also received the shrine, which you could see in that garden room that I had laid out. So we have this. This is really, really pretty. I like that. We received 4 new plants. We have like a little mini sago palm. Birds of paradise, a huge fern, and then this, I'm not sure what this is. It kind of looks like a rubber leaf plant, but not quite. Got a lot of variety on these, and with the pots and the stands. They're very nice. And we got a new hot tub. This one is kind of made to look like a faux rock kind of hot spring. And we have some different rock tone on those. We also received 2 new hopscotch boards that you can have put down outside for, I think kids and adults can play on these. A lot of different variations. There's a shorter version and a longer version. And we also got this pull float. Now, standard, you can't put this directly on the ground. I use the move objects to set it on the ground right now, but this floats in your pool and water. I'm not sure entirely if it's fully just decoration or if your Sim can actually get on it, but I think it's functional. I think your Sim can use it. And then we also received, you can play marbles now. So we've got a circle to play marbles on, a lot of different designs and options for that. And then also a bunch of marble jars. So you can collect marbles. They're a new collectible item. If they were in another pack before, I'm not sure, but I know for this one it's a focus. So you can collect marbles now and get all the different styles and designs, and you build your marble collection and you can play with it. And then we also received this nice screen. Love those. Alright, so the next area we had were kind of our wall hanging things. So we've got a bunch of new pictures up here, kind of a hanging scroll, and then this is a picture collection. With these, I love that the swatches not only change the color, but give you different pictures as well. So it gives you a lot more variety. So you can kind of put a couple different groups on here and not have everything exactly the same. We got a new mirror that also matches a lot of the, bedroom and living room furniture. Everything was themed very well to match in the different styles. And then also we've got all these curtains. I love the patterns on these curtains. I love bright color and bright patterns, and especially anything nature themed. I'm definitely all here for. But these curtains, I really, really like. We've got 3 different heights, so you can get these in all 3 heights. And then these have a lot of different color options for them. There's a few solid options, but most of them are patterned. And then we have this option here. Show you. It's right here. It just looks like a little bar. That's the curtain rod. So you can make your curtains extend as long or short as you want, and you can just put this in the middle and then space them out and put your panels on either side. And we have, like I said, short, medium, and long panels. And then for the tied up curtains, again, we have short, medium, and long. And those come in, I believe, all the same colors and designs that these long panels come in. We got a couple new signs. This is supposed to be a for rent sign that you can put out in front of your rentals. It's a no shoes sign. Some new awnings. We've got 2 new style of awnings that come in a bunch of different designs and swatches. And these actually match up to the roof tiles decently. A lot of the time we get these and they don't match exactly. These do not match exactly. Like this does not match exactly to the roof, which I haven't shown those yet, but we do have the roofs back here. So we'll look at those in a minute. And then we've got these wood carvings. There's an elephant carving. This is kind of like a shuttered round window. And then this, absolutely beautiful. What was the detail on that? Look at that shine. The amount of detail they put into making these items and these packs is astounding. And then we got some signs here for if you're doing retail stores and things. We received 3 new lamps. A nice big lamp here that's got a couple design patterns and mostly a lot of really good colors. They look really nice, clean, elegant. This is a candle lamp. And then a little candle votive. We've got this little box. This is not something you can get in build mode direct, or I believe you can get it in build mode, but not directly with your Sims. You have to actually buy it at the night market. A very large fruit basket. And just a bunch of little elephant pop. It's so cute. Little thing of bowls. These are all just decorative items. It's a back pillow. I'm not sure if that's functional, but it says that it's something that your Sims can lay back on for comfort. And the way the description is, I'm not sure if it just is telling a story or if it's actually functional where your Sims can sit and lean back on it. I believe it's just decorative because there's no comfort stat to it. It's just decorative. I love this. I love kitchen clutter and things to have on the counters. I like all the different styles on it. It's very nice. And we have a new gnome. And he's got mushrooms on him. Very cute. New signage, new rugs. We got a nice welcome mat here. Oh. Wish it wouldn't show the little swatchy thing right on top of it so you could see it. A lot of colors on this. I like that a lot. There's actually 2 sizes to this. This is the smaller one, and there's a much larger one. And then we have this large rug here as well. It's got a couple designs on that. We have some radiators. We have 4 of these. 2 new looking radiators. This is the short ones, and then there's these longer versions. And then there's also 2 of the same sizes in, again, the more rundown kind of look. I love these. like I said earlier, my favorite type of builds to do is Victorian and kind of that really old restored home look, which you know have radiators in them. So these are definitely going to come in handy for me on that. For some outside items, we got this nice new umbrella. A lot of colors on that. Some of them even have little decals, I think. One of these has like little coffee cups. Yeah, that one's got a little coffee cup on it. And then we got a tuk-tuk. I love it. We've got like an outside tent. It has lights on it. Let's see, do they light up? So a nice big tent there. A lot of different color options. And then this is actually a food stall. We actually got a couple night markets as well. There's I don't have them placed on here, but Mally's Moonlight Market Craft Stall, Vegan Vittles Night Market, and Late Night Snack Dessert Stall. The last one, Rice to Meet You Night Market. So a couple market stands that can be put down. And then we did get a couple new lights. If I can zoom in on these without my thing jumping everywhere. This is kind of a fish shape. This comes in 3 different heights for the short, medium, and long. We've got a new light like that. Let me see. Yeah, it just comes in the 1 height. So that's a lantern. It just comes in that single height. It's kind of short. And then we have the sisters hanging lanterns. A lot of variations on those. We've got 2 new street lamps with some lanterns hanging on them. We've got kind of more of a classy look here. And then the festival one. And the festival one, if you notice, matches these exactly. So a lot of build options there for that. And some little kitchen appliances here. We received a new dishwasher. It's a skinny dishwasher. 2 new kettles, a pressure cooker, and a mini fridge. I like the mini fridge. It does not sit on your counters. It does have to go on the floor. The pressure cooker, I know there's a few different meals that come with that, but we didn't get a whole lot of variety, but there are a few new meals that you can get that your Sims can cook in it. The kettles I am in love with. The kettles will completely replace the coffee pot for me because you can make coffee, tea, and I think you can even make hot chocolate in these. So you can do all 3 of those, and it takes up less space than a coffee pot. They look a little nicer than the coffee pot, but let me show you what my big hurrah is with this. Corner this over here. And of course I'm going to have problems. Come on. Oh, that's why my thing's not turned on. Alright, make a corner here. So you know if you place a coffee pot in the corner, it doesn't fit in the corner nicely. It hangs off. Look at how nicely that fits in the corner. One of probably my most common building things is I'll have a corner and I'll like put the refrigerator here or something, and you've kind of got this corner of space for storage and use for things, and I always want to put the coffee pot there. But it hangs off the corner, and nobody's going to hang their coffee pot off the corner. That's just not realistic. I love how this sits back a little bit more, and it just fits really nice in there. But both of these, they're exactly the same function-wise, I believe. They just have different styles, more of a more modern electric, and then more of a traditional look. And then for the little dishwasher, I'm really happy to have a dishwasher. I'm happy to have something smaller that's not so clunky and takes up a whole space. But it doesn't really work well with the cabinets that came with the pack, because kind of look what it does to the cabinet door. It just doesn't look right. It does work well with a bunch of other cabinets available in-game, but not the ones that came with this pack, unfortunately. I just don't think it works. 2 new grills. And some mailboxes for the residential areas. We've got a nice, big, huge mailbox thing here. One with 3, and then a single. These come in a number of different colors. The only thing is, I wish we had a little bit of a range between here and here. You know, you've got 3, and then you got like 300. And I'm like, what if you don't want, this many, but you don't want to have a couple of these sitting there? So just kind of, I would think something kind of in between would have been a little nice, but I really like having these. We've got a new waste bin, and then 3 new dresser options. These 2 wardrobes. And then this ground dresser, and they all match the bed and the rest of the furniture. And we have a new outdoor bathroom for your public lots. And then the last thing was the roofs. We did not look at the roofs yet. So we do have new roofing tiles. We received 2 new types of roofing tile with this. Kind of the curved tiles and then slate tiles. And a lot of different colors on these. I really like them. Some do have that, again, we have the options for that kind of rundown look. I like them. They're pretty. And then these just look really nice. And then for little decorations to go on the roof, we received a couple things. One, these, and then there's a little cap that goes on the end. They are the slate roof ridge and the slate roof cap. So just for different styles that you could do, and these can actually come off. So let me just move that over here. It's like you can actually kind of, well, I got it to do earlier. It can kind of hang off a little bit on the end, and you can put these down. They can even go on the edges. They don't have to go just perfectly on the ridge. And then we received this. You can put it kind of into it or hanging off the front, so you can kind of stagger them going down the ridge of the roof. And then we've got the spire here. And then there's more of the solar water heater. We've got functional and non-functional on those. So that is everything that came with this pack. I love all of it. I think it's gorgeous. I'm so excited about the different building styles that we can do with these and the furniture and everything. This is probably my favorite group of furniture I've seen come out in a pack in quite a while. So I hope you guys all like this as much as I do. If you haven't picked this expansion up yet and you like these items, I strongly encourage getting it. I think it's worth the money, especially with the gameplay added of being able to manage properties. It's not just stuff. There's a whole new side of gameplay being added on here. But I'm really just very happy with all of this. And if there's anything that I missed or overlooked that you know about, please go ahead, leave a comment, let me know. Maybe we'll go over it in the next video. And otherwise, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.